Filmmakers have been cheating to create films from the much known green screen to CGI, but those techniques are probably a little over top for most productions. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 ways that we cheat to get more out of our production. First, I'm going to show you the technique that might have the most impact for you. When you're working with talent, a lot of the time you're restricted with how much time you have to work with them. Because of this, we use this simple technique to double the amount of time we have with them without needing to have them, or sometimes we don't even need the set. Meet Gabe.
I'm Gabe.
When we're cramming a lot into one shoot day, we think of ways that we can recreate shots in our studio so that we're able to get more done with our talent on the day. So we try to prioritize shots where we can see the talent's face, and then potentially think we can recreate this shot in studio. So in this scene, we use Gabe to double as Rob. So, could you tell who was who? Let me show you. This is Gabe, 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 and we're back to Rob. Now all these setups actually weren't that complex. And in one shot, we can almost see Rob's face, but we knew that if we had similar wardrobe and similar lighting, we might be able to replicate this back in studio. So this was our setup, Gabe with a similar black cap, and since we didn't have a white roof, we put something white above him. In this shot, we put a rod through a piece of cardboard to make it look like we were inside the pencil sharpener, something that would have taken us a long time to replicate on the day. We also added this painting shot, something that you can see in other shots, so it helped sell that we were at his place. We also use this technique across a bunch of other videos, like here on one of our artistry episodes on Josh DeGraff, where we use Gabe's hands once again. This shoot did take place at our old studio, so it was mainly about making sure certain elements were the same, such as the same mouse that we purchased, and I also got the same background wallpaper for the laptop. Similar scenario here, we knew that we were running out of time, so we knew that we could potentially shoot this sequence another time. He was also stand-in for background quite a few times, like here, and he was also a participant in a gallery scene, or more like a Robert if you ask me. And this right here is actually our gaffer. So that's essentially how we double our shoot days, by thinking of elements that we can shoot at a later time. These are some things to consider when planning for these. Is the shot close enough that you can shoot this anywhere? Can you mock up a location that looks similar enough? Can you match elements like wardrobe, lighting, and props to help sell the shot? Here's another trick that we use all the time, the age-old depth trick. This can be done in multiple different ways and something that is really simple to execute. The simplest being when you grab your tight coverage and you want a little bit more depth, or you want them positioned a little bit better, so you can change the position where they're standing in relation to your camera. Sometimes it's about getting them further away from the background so you get a little bit more depth, but overall cheating where you want them to be. In this short film, we actually moved the whole set forward and backwards to give the illusion that there was more depth behind the person. So we'd move all the furniture one side of the room, shoot that angle, then we'd move all the furniture back to the other side of the room and then shoot that angle. This gave us a depth that we needed to make this room feel bigger. Another simple trick is cheating height. This can be done by elevating people when you're trying to get a better eye line, or elevating people in frame so they're taller. This is usually achieved by using different size apple boxes. This can also be used to prop up items or props. We did this in the pencil sharpener shot, as you can see here. This next trip is about doubling your location, but this option takes a little bit more planning. Sometimes you'll walk into a location and you only really have one workable angle. What we've done in the past is move furniture around so that we're able to get a couple different looks. In this scene, we rearranged Melody's furniture so we were able to get a little bit more out of the space and get the camera further back to make this area look really nice. Once we were done, we flipped where we were shooting, rearranged it a little more, and this gave us our second look. I think this trick is really important to add production value to a lot of your shoots. Sometimes you have an angle that looks the best, but sometimes it's about flipping the camera the other direction to see whether that's a usable area. And there's tweaks that you can possibly make to make that angle look a little bit nicer for camera. So those are some of our favorite ways to cheat while creating films. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comment below. And if you have any tricks that we didn't talk about, please let us know about them. If you enjoyed this video, like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.